I'm Julie Samako with Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. I'm also a business coach and mentor to creative entrepreneurs through my Success Circle membership group. And in this Facebook Live video, we are going to be making a fall wreath. I wanted to call it my 15-minute fall wreath because it's so simple, but it might be a little bit longer than 15 minutes. All right, so let's get started. I've got 2 stems. So this is, if you are a beginner wreath maker, this is the key for you. To find large stems like this that are already, you know, have most of the work done. I'm going to see if I can zoom in just a tad. But it has everything's already done. It's already wired. It's evenly spaced and distributed. So that's one key. I'm going to try to use that. And then I found these leaves that I just love. They're, who knows what type of tree it is. You know, what type of leaf it is, but it just looks real. All right, so I got both of these at Hobby Lobby. I'm also going to use some of this frayed edge 10-inch burlap. I got this from trendytree.com, and I've got an 18-inch grapevine wreath right here, and I've got some ribbon. So when you're picking out your ribbon, you want to make sure that it's going to match the elements on your wreath. So this is the main element right here, so I wanted to make sure that I brought out the colors. Let me get I just thought that this looked really pretty with it. So I've brought out those colors. All right, and I'm going to use that and some moss green. And I think that's it. So let's get started. Oh, I've got a couple of extra cotton balls if I need it. And I think that's it. Hopefully we'll be able to make a good wreath with just this. I've got my glue gun, wire cutters, and scissors, florist wire, zip ties, and I'm going to be using a steel pick machine, but you can use pipe cleaners. You don't have to. All right, so let's get going. First, let me draw your attention to this adorable wreath. We made this month in my Wreath Making of the Month Club. I'm teaching the members how to make this beautiful fall deco mesh wreath with this cute little scarecrow. So I'll be putting a link in the group later, or actually on the page later, where you can access your very own video of how to make that wreath, okay? So here we go. We've got the grapevine. The first thing I'm going to do is cut off the tags. And somebody needs to message Hobby Lobby and tell them these tapey things are just too difficult to get off sometimes. We need the, see, it's sticking. We need the, you know, the hang tag kind, not the stickers. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I need to remember to speak up a little bit because the camera is across the room. And as I get going closer to the wreath, I will try to zoom in. Man, I could have done this before the video started. Here we go. All right, one's off. I don't need to worry about that one. All right, so let's get going. I'm going to put this one to the side. All right. Now, I need to position this on the wreath where I can, let's see if you could see this okay. I'm going to hold it up. Do you see how I want to position it on just the one side of the wreath, okay? So this is just going to be a one-sided wreath. So I'm laying it down on my wreath frame, which is a 18-inch grapevine, and I'm going to zip tie this on in a couple of places. So up here at the top is going to be the first one, and I'm just using these clear zip ties. You could use florist wire, or you could use what else do we got? Pipe cleaner. All right, I'm not going to do it too tight. I'm just anchoring it right now. Let's see. My little Yorkie's in the room and he's trying to find a place close to Mama to settle down. So now I'm in the middle of the stem, the large stem, and I'm zip tying it in the center. And you guys, I've never made this wreath before. This is a new method. I've just want to encourage you guys. You cannot be, don't be afraid to try new things, whether it's painting, wreath making, sewing, whatever. All right, so I've cut those off. So now I want to see if I need to anchor it just a little bit more. I think I'm going to do one more time down at the bottom. So I've anchored this in 3 places with zip ties. I forgot I had these ugly zip ties I was using, and I could need to put those to the back. All right, that will be covered by the wire, and I'm looking for my needle nose pliers. Here we go. So I'm just going to pull the little zip tie thing just a little bit tighter. All right, and it's anchored in. So this is what we've got so far. And now I'm going to cut off this top piece right here that's on this big wire, you know, where it's a big stem. I'm just going to cut this off with my pliers. Okay. Alrighty. So we've got this. Now we're moving along. You guys can see okay? Alright, so the next thing we could do is put our fall foliage in. Just love these leaves. I seriously do not know what kind of tree would make this type of leaf, but it's beautiful. Alright. I'm going to place them in for right now, just to get a feel. Well, first I forgot I'm going to put in the burlap. Alright, so we've got this 10-inch burlap. I'm just going to cut it using my rotary cutter. I'm going to cut them 10 inches long. Just like that. Sorry about the dogs. Now I'm going to use pipe cleaner. I'm going to cut that in half, just like this. And I'm going to use my pick machine. Alright, so take your 10-inch mesh, and we're going to just do a little ruffle method, just like this, until it looks like a little bow tie. And then you're going to take the pipe cleaner, just like that. Thank you, Gail, for the comment on my shirt and necklace. I got it from Stitch Fix this week. I'm loving my new fix. All right, cut this short, and I'm going to put a steel pick on. Now, you don't have to do this. You could just wrap it around the grapevine if you wanted. Is it starting to cool off in your neck of the woods? Are you getting, I know if you're further upstate, United States, it's probably getting a little cooler. Here in South Carolina, It's actually been cooler. Okay, so we've got 4 of those done. So now I'm going to put on my burlap pieces. Using hot glue. So the burlap pieces are going to help to cover up some of the bare areas. I could put it right here over the twist tie to cover that up. I love how this is going to just cover up the back of the, it'll help fill out some of the wreath area behind the stem, you know, the one-piece stem that we added. And I love that we can bend. I just love silk flowers because you really can't mess up. You can always hot glue something over it, or you can bend the stems back into place. So I think I'm going to do that for right now. All right, so for the bow, I'm going to do a very loose bow. I'm trying to decide what I want. All right, so I'm going to do a little tail, pinch it, and then I'm going to measure out 10 inches. And then I'm going to lay it up here and see if that's going to be big enough. Let me try 12 inches. All right, I'm going to do 12 inches. All right, so I've got one little tail done. I'm going to wrap it around and pinch it. You guys, if you're interested in a bow making video, I'll post one in the link. I've got a video that you can, you know, for free if you were interested in learning how to make all these different types of bows. All right, so now I'm going to lay this one on top, and I'm pretty much going to do the same thing. I'm going to do 2 12 inches. Just laying them right on top. And now I'm going to do a 10 inch. So that 10 inch is going to be just a little bit shorter. Alrighty. And needle, let's see, we need a Loris wire. Bows do take time to work through. Hopefully it looks like I'm getting a slow internet. Hopefully this will not fail me. So you can dovetail the ends of your ribbon. And then I'm just going to attach this to the top right here, pushing the wire through the grapevine. Okay. So now we could go back through and add our fall leaves. All right, so I'm going to do some at the top. Let's see. I'm going to do some coming out of the top of the bow, just like this. And I'm going to do some coming out. Let's see how far I want. First you put it up there and you place it to see where you want it to be. And then you'll know how far back to go. And I have to, I don't know why, I tend to do better when I have the wreath up and I see a little drip about to happen. So let me get some moss. There. Okay. And I'll do a couple of shorter pieces. This is, somebody's asking me what I'm using right here. This is a steel pick machine. It puts the picks on your silk flowers. So when I'm working in my wreath shop, I just get real in the zone. Do you ever get like that when you're crafting? You're just not thinking about life and family, and it's a way to relax and get into your own little area. Bye. Goodbye. I think I'm going to do a little poof of deco mesh at the top. I want to do one right through there. So you'll take the fullness up a little bit above the bow. Just like that. And then I'll add a little leaf on top of it. You can get, I got my pick machine off of Amazon. I'll be happy to post a link in here after the video's over of where I purchased everything. Just angling the ribbon. Sometimes you get ribbon that doesn't do very well with dovetail, so you just cut it at an angle. All right, and then let's see. Might need one more piece of cotton. put that down there. And then one more at the top. Do you ever get working on a project like a wreath or you're painting and you don't know when to stop? Now you could put the oh, what was I going to say? Oh, I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh, you could put a sign. I was going to say you could put a sign on the other side. You know, if you wanted to put a sign over there, you could do that. And since I have some more leaves, do one over there. One more. I got that cotton wholesale, but I know I've seen it at Hobby Lobby. They've got longer pieces that you could just cut. All right. Let's do, I've got one short leaf that fell off. So I'm going to just hot glue this into the bow loops. Let's see where I want it. Right there. Just hold it there. Just like that. And maybe, let me see if I want to put some ribbon down here. All right, so I'm going to put a little pick on the end of this. Okay. I'm going to attach this piece of ribbon to the wire, to the grapevine wreath, but I'm wondering if my little wire is long enough. Let's get Okay, and now I'm going to cut this off. Just like that. So now we've got some ribbon coming through the wreath. It adds a little more texture. Let's see if you can see it a little bit better. And I've got my pumpkin here. I don't want to lose that. Got some, let's see, what are those things called? Pine cones and leaves. And maybe I've got one more leaf, so we don't want to leave him out, do we? Always use as much product as you can so you don't have a room full of leftovers. There. So now you can see that this is the wreath. It turned out really cute. Now I wanted to show you something. Now if you wanted, you could put, you know, a sign over there. You could angle it going down this way, which is probably what I would do. That would look cute with it too. If you had a cream colored pumpkin sign or something like that, you could add that to it. And let me hold it up. Oh wait, let me cut off the back. And I'll just cover these areas up on the back with some, you know, leftover leaves or something like that, silkflower leaves. That would clean up the back. So tell me how you think this turned out. I know it's not the traditional, you know, orange and red fall. It's a little bit more farmhouse, don't you think? You could put more cotton in it if you wanted to. You could put another, you know, flower or pumpkin. Let's see, I think I want it to angle right here. And this didn't take out very long. It didn't take very long, did it? So I was going to call this my 30-minute wreath because it doesn't take long, especially when you have something that you start with a stem that's already pretty much done. You know, the one that I started with at Hobby Lobby. I purchased from Hobby Lobby. So if you start with something that's already pretty much done, it's just easier. I want to know, will you make this? Will you attempt to make this? I like to see when people come on here and I inspire you and to make your own. So comment and tell me if this is something you would consider making. To me, it didn't take a lot of effort, just cutting things up and hot gluing them in. In fact, this fall leaf thing, you really could just stick it in without anything on it, just hot glue. You didn't necessarily need the pick machine. And then the mesh, remember I got this at trendytree.com, the what do you call this? The frayed mesh. I love that. I've used it in this wreath, and I also used it in this fall wreath. So we added some of the frayed deco mesh. It just reminds me of a scarecrow and in fall. So now if you're interested in joining my Wreath Making of the Month Club to learn how to make this deco mesh scarecrow wreath, join in the next 48 hours and save $8. So it's on sale, and I would be honored to have you in the group. We're having a blast. Today, all of the members are starting to upload the pictures that they've made for their wreath. They get the video, you get the video for the entire month. Actually, you get to keep it forever because I give you the link, so you can keep the video forever, refer back to it as often as you need to, even if you don't get around to making it this month and you make it next month. But then next week, I'm going to have a guest in the group. We're going to have Terry Marshall from Mill and Dill Designs. So honored to have her in the group with us. She's going to be showing us how to make a Christmas wreath. So, but we would love to have you too. Join me and my Wreath Making of the Month Club. I'll put the link in here. Again, join in the next 48 hours and save $8. Now, here's the finished wreath. And you guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know you could be watching anything else on Facebook or on TV, but I'm just so honored when you are here with me on my Facebook Lives. I hope I'm a blessing to you because you are truly a blessing to me. Thank you so much for following me on Facebook and giving me all your love and your hearts and your thumbs up. And if you would do me a favor of sharing this video, that would be a true blessing for me. That's my tip jar, if you will. If you want to give me a tip, just share the video to your page, because that helps spread the word about my little wreath business. And also, it will save this video on your news feed so that you can go back and find it quickly later. That's a plus. Thanks again, you guys, and have a very blessed afternoon.